Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to January's TBR video. I know we're about halfway into January, but I need to set a TBR. I haven't had a set one since beginning of December. I guess I kind of threw my December TBR out the window after Bookmas, and I haven't had a set TBR or just a specific little stack of books that I should be pulling from in a while, or it feels like it's been a long time. I've just been grabbing books from my physical TBR or just like the wide range of books on my Kindle and just so many other options. I've been a little overwhelmed, so I think I need to have a little bit of a TBR picked for myself, and I decided to do a brand new idea this year, which we will get into right after I talk about today's sponsor, which is Book of the Month. Book of the Month's mission is to help readers discover new books they love and also promote new and emerging authors. Each month, the editorial team reads through hundreds of new titles, and they pick some of the best new books for you to choose from. Selections focus on new and upcoming authors and helps readers venture to new genres that you thought you would never read before or you want to try out. Every month, I am so excited to see this wonderful blue box, which is where your book selects get delivered to you. They also have a fun app you can download. You can select your books on there. You can also track your reading progress, and there's also reading challenges and rewards on the app as well. They also offer great prices on new release hardcover fiction. It's much cheaper than other options, and shipping is always free. Now let's get into the book choices that I picked for January. Every month in the box they also give you a fun little bookmark, which I love to keep and collect. It always has a cute little saying on it. But the first book that I knew I was going to choose as soon as I saw it was Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. This is the second and completed book in the Divine Rivals duology. I actually ended up reading this because I was just way too excited when I saw that it delivered and that it came out and that Book of the Month even had it. I was ecstatic. You guys know how much I love Divine Rivals. This book was just so sweet and heartwarming. I was literally ecstatic when I saw this was an option. Immediately chose it, and the cover is just absolutely stunning. And then the second book that I chose is called The Fury by Alex Mikolai. This is the same author as The Silent Patient, The Maidens. I really love his writing. This is another, I believe, mystery novel. I think that's kind of what he writes, and this is like a murder mystery. I'm really excited to read this because I do enjoy his writing style. I'm so excited. So if you guys are interested in Book of the Month and you want to try it out, you can get your first book for just $5 with the code RESET. The link for that, the code and everything will be in the description for you guys. And thank you to Book of the Month again for sponsoring today's video. Now into what the TBR video is for today. I wanted to do something new. I saw this TikTok on my feed a few weeks ago and I immediately wanted to do it. So shout out to whoever created this. I followed their instructions on it, so I'll link this TikTok down below if you want to try it out yourself. I created little scratch off TBR cards on Canva, and then you can ship actually from Canva, and I shipped them to my house and they just delivered. I've been so excited to see them in person, but I used the inspo from the TikTok and created the design on these that I wanted. I left a little space on the bottom for a little scratch off sticker so we could scratch off and see what we get underneath it. Basically what I did is I put a little white sticker on here so that I could reuse these cards. I did buy a bunch, but just in case I wanted to be able to reuse them and not have to keep repurchasing. I had to buy a little hole puncher because the circle stickers that I bought were too big for the cards, so I hole punched these circle stickers. I wrote down either a book name or a TBR prompt on it, and then I cut out a little scratch off sticker, put that on top, and then we are going to be scratching off that sticker to reveal what's going to be on our TBR underneath. It'll either be a book from my physical TBR, a book from my Kindle library, or a TBR prompt, so then we'll have to go to my TBR and pick out a book that goes with that prompt. This is the design that I decided to do for my little cards. I think it is just so cute. I'm obsessed with it. I put a little bow on the top. It says, actually don't know what it says. It's scratch off TBR, and then on the bottom it says scratch to reveal your next read, which I just think is so cute, and they are actually double-sided. So the back of the pink one is in purple writing, but it says the exact same. And then I also created the same exact design in blue just to have some more options, and then the back of the blue one is a green font. So it's essentially the same design on all of the cards, just different colors. The pink and the purple cards on this side have book names on them, book titles underneath the scratch off, and then the green and the blue ones have TBR prompts on them. So I decided to use 20 cards. There's 10 book titles and 10 TBR prompts. I don't really know how we're gonna choose them. I was just thinking to shuffle the cards, just pick a random card. If you guys have any other ideas of ways I could use these cards and scratch them off and pick them, I was gonna number them and then randomly pick that number, but if you guys have any ideas, let me know. I think I'm just gonna shuffle them, close my eyes, and pick a card and pick, I think we're gonna do 8 books. I think that's a reasonable number already being halfway through January. This will be perfect timing to pick these cards and pick the books for my TBR. I'm so excited to just have a specific TBR. I've just been waiting to film this video so that I can have just some books I could just have on top priority of my TBR. And I feel like this is really gonna help because I really want to stick to reading my physical TBR, or as much of it as I can this year. I really want to lessen it. It's been really overwhelming how many books are on my physical TBR, so I think this is a really great way to lessen that and try to get through some of the books. Again, there's some Kindle books written on here, but they're all Kindle Unlimited, so I'm trying to not buy too many books, but we will see how it goes. I think I'm gonna pick 8 cards randomly. We'll scratch them off together and we will see how it goes. I'm very excited. If we get a TBR prompt, we're gonna save that to the end and then pick from our TBR what books it'll be. I just realized I don't have any coins to scratch off with, so I'm gonna have to figure out what we're gonna scratch with. I'm just gonna shuffle these around. Why am I nervous? Let's pick our first card. Okay, here I go. Why am I nervous? Okay, that's 2, 3, 4. I'm not gonna look at what I picked anymore. 5. Okay. 6. Let's do this. 7. Okay. 8. I'm gonna save these for other months. What I like about what I did is I could take these stickers off and reuse them if I wanted to, but the prompts on here and the books on here I think I'll be using for future months as well. They also have the backs of the cards, and I have lots of other empty cards saved as well. So we're gonna use these for another month, don't worry. If you are wondering what books are on here, I can't really tell you because I forgot what books I wrote. I did it all this morning, and if you can't tell, I'm a little sick right now, so I don't even remember the books I put. I just chose 10 random ones from my TBR cart and a couple from my Kindle, and then the TBR prompts I got from Pinterest. So they're really at random. I don't even remember what I wrote down. Now it's time to scratch off and see what's going to be on our January TBR. Like I said, I don't have a coin right now, so we're going to be using tweezers. That's all I have that's sharp enough to get through this scratch off. I'm hoping that it worked. I'm so excited. This is so fun. Okay. Oh, it's working. Name that, wait, more than, I can't even read my own handwriting. More than 350 pages is the first one. Oh, that's so fun. So this is our first one. It says more than 350 pages. My handwriting is a little crazy, but we have our first one. It's a TBR prompt. Next one. Our next one is also a TBR prompt. This one says highly anticipated. So I guess a book on my TBR that I'm highly anticipating. Okay, this one is a book title, A Not So Meet Cute. This one I actually saw in Target the other day, and then I saw it was on Kindle Unlimited, and I've always been intrigued by this book. I don't know why. I've always wanted to read a book by this author. I also want to try out some new authors this year, so I wanted to write it down as a book to put on my TBR. Our first one that's not a TBR prompt. I actually think the rest of them are all TBR prompts, which I didn't even mean to do. Obviously, my eyes were closed, but they're all the blue and green cards, which I'm pretty sure are all TBR prompts, so this is kind of fun. We get to pick our TBR now. Let's see these prompts. The next one we have is people on the cover. The next one is one word title. My handwriting is crazy. I don't even know if you can read that. It says one word title. This one says, I gotta start writing better. New author. That one just kind of means a new author to me, one that I've never read before. Alright, this one got a little bit smudged, but I think that says with magic, so I'm assuming just a fantasy book, a book with some magic involved. I got so many TBR prompt ones. Obviously this isn't gonna happen every month with the choices we get, but this is kind of fun. Okay, this one says part of a trilogy, so any book part of a trilogy. I guess we could look at books I'm in the middle of. Maybe I'm in the middle of a trilogy. We could start a new trilogy. That could be fun. So now let's go on to my TBR cart. Those are more of the immediate books I want to read, and there's a lot on there. I have like many rows stacked on there, and we'll try to pick out the rest of the books, the other 7 books on January's TBR. So the only book we have on the TBR is A Not So Meet Cute. I had that downloaded on my Kindle. I don't have the physical book, although if I do love the book, I may buy the physical copy, but we shall see. So this is the first book on the TBR. The first prompt we have is with magic, so let's see which book I want to do for that one. I have a lot of options here, a lot of fantasy options we could do for this one. Does These Hollow Vows have magic in it? I don't really know. I also have books on the other side of this. There's a lot on here. I think I'm gonna do this one because it says that there's gods involved, so I think we're gonna do House of Salt and Sorrows for this one, which I think is a 12 Dancing Princesses retelling, something like that. I don't know, but I also think it's a standalone, which is nice, so I'm gonna do this one. Then we have one word title. We have Finale, we have Flock, we also have Shiver, we also have Collided and Scythe as well, which is Scythe part of a trilogy? Because I know we have a question on here that's part of a trilogy, so maybe I'll save that. Maybe I'll do either Collided or Shiver. I've kind of been in a romancy type of mood, so I think I'm gonna do Collided. I also really just want to get through the series so bad. One of my goals this year is to finish up this series, so I think I'm gonna do Collided, which has been on my TBR before, but maybe this month will be the month we read it. Then we have part of a trilogy. So like I said, I could do Scythe, which I think is part of a trilogy, but I also want to finish Finale and the last book in the Carvel trilogy and kind of have that one checked off of my series list for this year that I want to finish. I don't know anything else that's part of a trilogy. All the other series I have are either duologies, like I have Dance of Thieves, or just longer series. I don't think I have three. I know Flock is part of a series or a trilogy. I think I'm gonna do finale though. I kind of want to finish up this trilogy. I really would love to, so I think we're gonna do finale. Then we have People on the Cover. Let's see what I want to do for this one. Alright, so we have 'Tis the Damn Season, which is a romance that actually flew right over my head the first time I looked at this book and read the title and read the summary, but actually is kind of a play on 'Tis the Damn Season by Taylor Swift, the song, which I love so much. Like, that is just such a fun concept for a book. We could do These Hollow Vows, which I've been really wanting to read. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do this one. There are 3 people on this cover. I've also just been so interested in this book and this storyline. I think there's 2 of them as well, so I'm excited. Okay, our last prompt is new author. So new author to me that I have not read before. So let's see. Majority of these I feel like I haven't read anything from these authors before except for Elle Kennedy and S. Perkins. Oh, and also Kelson Denise Stone. I kind of want to read Pineapple Street. Hold on. I can't get it out, but I kind of want to read Pineapple Street. That could be an option. This is by Jenny Jackson. Or I just got this book in the mail that I've been dying to read since getting it just because the cover is so adorable. And it's called Picking Daisies on Sundays by Liana Cincotti. I don't know how to say her last name, but this cover is just so adorable. It is just so cute, and I think it is just a little romance novel. I honestly didn't even read the summary of this. I saw a TikTok of the cover and I think like the first page and I was like immediately I need to read it. So I think I'm gonna do this one. I haven't read a book by this author yet and I'm so excited to read this. I really want to get to this one this month. And then one honorable mention for my TBR for January is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. This is our book club book of January, so if you guys want to join in on reading this book with us in January, the link to the book club is in the description. It's a subscription based on Patreon, but there's different tiers you guys can choose from. So if you're interested in reading this book with us, that link is in the description. So this is technically our 9th book, an honorable mention for the TBR for this month. But here is our final TBR for the month of January. We have, wait, that's 6 books. Oh, I left these 2 up there. We have 2 more to pick. Can you tell I have a sick brain right now? Like, I don't even know what's going on. Okay, we have more than 350 pages. So I feel like this is like a majority of the books I have up here. I really want to do this book. I just read a hockey romance and I've been wanting to read another one. I don't know why I'm going down a now hockey romance rabbit hole. And it says more than 350. This is 395, so that's perfect. I don't know why I really want to read this. I also love this cover. I've had this book for a pretty long time now. And since I'm in the mood for it, I feel like now is the perfect time to add this one. And then we have highly anticipated. Okay. Oh gosh, I don't even know what's highly anticipated. There's one that I already started that I could have put on here, which is Crescent City 2, but I already started it and I wish I did it before I filmed this because that would have been perfect for this prompt. Maybe a reread of Dance of Thieves. I've been wanting to do this year so I can read Vow of Thieves, and I feel like I would enjoy this more because I read it for the first time years ago before I was really into fantasy and I didn't really love it, but I feel like reading it now, being how much I love fantasy, I would really enjoy this one. So I would say it's pretty anticipated reread for me. I don't really have any anticipated reads on here that I'm like really wanting to read. So maybe let's do this one. Maybe I'll try to give it a reread this month. I can't believe I picked out 6 and just didn't even notice that I didn't have 8. But now we have 8 books for the month of January. We have House of Salt and Sorrows, Collided, Finale, These Hollow Vows, Picking Daisies on Sundays, The Game Plan, Dance of Thieves, and A Not So Meet Cute. So finally, we have all 8 books for the month of January. I hope you guys like this fun new method of picking out the TBR for each month. There could be different ways for me to do it and what to put underneath each scratch off, so it could be different from month to month. If you guys have any other ways for us to do these, ways to pick out which cards to pick from the stack, let me know. I had so much fun designing these, ordering them, putting the little scratch offs on them, picking out the books and the TBR prompts. It was so much fun creating these. I think they are just so cute. I had so much fun doing this. I hope you guys had fun watching and picking out my TBR with me. I'm really excited about the books for this month and just having a new year of reading goals and reading. I'm just really excited about it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you did, and I will see you hopefully in the next one. Bye!